attendance at any APS school.
He said July 20, 1969? That's when that theater massacre occurred, is July 20, 2012? Something like that. Apparently there's supposed to be a memorial for this theater shooting on the back. You really gotta walk around this big old building, if it really is. Yeah, I don't know if I could pass. Alright, so that museum lady waved her hand in this direction for that theater memorial, and then the theater is not far. Alright, there's no sign of this memorial. Maybe it's in the front. Looks like they got all the water vehicles parked here. And of course, the police have their lot is fenced off. There's a memorial this way before the canal. It's probably not a very large one. Alright, I have never seen a gate put on the top of a parking garage before. That is strange. It goes over the police station. There's no ramp, there's nothing. It's not really clear what that's about. A gate on the top of a park. Oh, two gates. I passed one. I've never seen that before. This grass seed relies on sticking to the clothes and also flying too. It's got dual purpose. You know, if my friend in the military came up to me today and said that he had that drinking problem, I would have had better advice, I think. He liked my advice last time. Back in 1998, 99 probably, when I was about to get out, I was like, well, you got a drinking problem? Why don't you just try to space it out a little bit more. Don't save it all up for your days off, working 5 days on, 2 days off, something like that. We put in quite a few hours. Don't save it up, just try to spread it out. That was my advice, and he liked that. Drink every day, but just not as much. He liked that. Don't just try to drink it all in one day. Spread it out over the week. You know, that keeps the good head going. And now with my experience in fermenting, it's like, I would say instead ferment fruits and limit yourself to those. you just ferment as much as you can find room for. Ferment them, because they give you a good head too. Plus, they hydrate you. Alcohol may dehydrate, but I think fruit ferments hydrates. I don't think I'm experiencing a loss. And plus, you also get the vitamins and minerals. The live yeast, not the factory processed, over-processed, manufactured, over-processed yeast. It's just a shame what these companies, these organizations can get away with their brand naming. They're just selling a brand name for really awful stuff. Especially with fermenting grains and stuff. Wines even, they got to preserve that stuff. Give me the live stuff. Give me the pulp. I'll take the pulp too. Don't just give me the liquid. You know, sometimes where I think maybe I should strain it, but I never do. Not yet. I haven't really come across a fruit that I haven't found to be so vile that I wanted to just strain the liquid only. Fruit is soft. You just got to crush it up a little bit more. Let the fruit's fibers soak, and it ain't so bad swallowing. This tastes very good in cereal. In the cereal I had, it's got there's all the ingredients. I'm not too enthused about the rock salt or citric acid or even the vinegar, but it tastes pretty good. It's kind of weird to think that Holmes, that theater murderer, mass murderer, probably went to this library. So the theater is visible from here. I'm just not quite sure where it's at. And then Holmes was probably brought to this courthouse. Right, so the museum director lady pointed it in the opposite way of where the memorial is. I looked on Google Maps and can see that it's on the other side. So it'd be over here somewhere. 720 Memorial. Right a little further down, and you walk on in this whole area. Reflection Park. So they maybe try to make it a generalized park for mass murderers, with the idea that it was influenced by the theater shooting. Looks kind of recent. This looks like a new sign. So it's just a big park. They don't really mention individuals. Oh, here's pictures of the individual people that got shot. Okay. There's pictures all over. Matthew McQuinn, Rebecca Wingo. A lot of them got shot. Nothing really permanent. Plastic and paper. Alex Tevez, Alex Sullivan, Gordon Cowden. This puts a face to the victim. You give victims faces. And then this is quite a sculpture here. They like ascend to heaven in the center. Yeah, they're all flying to the center. Geese. They fly in and then fly straight up. That's touching. And they grow a vegetable garden over here. Can you name the garden themes? Do not eat these. Reused water. So you can't eat the strawberries? Check this out, Mormon Tea, good stuff. I could chew on one. So from the library, you can see the theater where the shooting happened. There's some kind of a trail that goes straight there. And maybe if I wanted to, I could possibly sleep on the side of the road. On this road, next to the prairie dogs. So we're kind of looking, you can kind of see the back of the Century Theater. Kind of. I'll walk over there. Looks like they got some kind of fairground they're setting up in the parking lot. It's next to this mall. Century Theater. Yeah, it's really stands out. So people are living over here in RVs, possibly the carnies, and then the rides are set up over there. Maybe it's for some kind of 4th of July celebration. Wright's Amusements. So coming up on the Century Theater, where there was a mass shooting, a door was propped open. He snuck in through the back. I'm thinking, so I'm going to walk around the back. He could have parked here, who knows. I know he lived in an apartment not far, a couple miles. It's a lot of room to park for a midnight showing of Batman. I didn't read too much into it. I didn't really realize this was the area until I went to the museum, and then it had as a memorial, and then I asked the lady about it. Still a very active theater, like nothing happened. And on these doors, you don't normally see no entry, trespassers will be prosecuted on the exit doors like this. So it's possible one of these doors in this parking lot, this would be easy access. No trespassers. That's not a common. I've walked around quite a few theaters, and to see a sign like this Because you can't enter. It's impossible to enter. What do you mean no entry? You can't. Somebody would have to open it up from the inside, and then you could enter. So that's, or the guy could have come back here. He could have come back here or taken the side. He probably would have wanted to take the rear. Private parking, warnings. It's hard to tell, but it appears maybe all the theaters are on one side. Maybe not. Yeah, without really getting the details, it's all around. There's a lot of opportunities to entry. In fact, I hear some bass from a movie playing right now on this side. So you got that whole other side, you got this side. He would have entered one of like 15, maybe 20 doors. It's hard to say which. They all have the no entry signs. This is a massive theater with a massive parking lot. It's like a Walmart. Alright, I'm gonna make a quick walk through the mall. I'm not too thrilled about doing it at this hour.